What up, everybody? It's Ponter here, and today we've got another instructional video, and this one is all about how to play air at an advanced level, and more specifically, on how to air bang. Now, air banging is a technical term, but one that has defied proper formal definition in Wick. So we're gonna show you what an airbang actually looks like, and trigger warning for those. There's gonna be some uneven teams and some very suspect play on the part of several players. So just be prepared for that. Um, but this is a basic pub game played I don't know a couple of days ago, and teams are decent. And right off the bat, we're gonna just highlight Wally. You can see that Wally and myself are playing air, and there's nothing wrong with that. If you see here, Diamar has support covered, so neither of us are really gonna want to play second fiddle to Diamar. And then we have an infinite armor player, so we wouldn't want to deny those guys the fun that is playing infinite armor in pubs. So we're just gonna decide to play air. And again, two consenting support player or two consenting Wick players playing air together. There's nothing wrong with that. It's not an air bang, and no one can complain about it. So, and we do a little bit of a flanking maneuver to deny gas, which I think is the correct thing. And this is this is Wally's opinion on the match modes that we played in December. There's just not a lot of good players left, and yeah, we're gonna see that in this game for sure. So yeah, we deny gas. I mean, you could dive town, but with two in pubs, it's very dangerous to do, and we missed that. We missed preventing the cap there. That's a shame. And I keep a cheeky chopper split off to deal with this nonsense because I know it's coming. So diving town, not a good idea. Protecting gas, great idea. You could also dive dam, but because they can spawn right here so quickly, like whatever damage you do in dam is going to be quickly undone. So it's much better, in my opinion, just to camp gas and deny that. And gas is just such a pain in the ass with this river on either side. Like it splits the heavy air. It splits the anti-air players up a lot. Like usually infantry and armor are gonna spawn here and send guys here, and then it seems that usually the air or the AA players will stay here and kind of tuck their AA along this line. And in this game, Wally and I are going up against Mecha Golem, who I believe I know who he is, but I can't be sure. But he's good. He knows his business, and compared to the other support player, which is Justin Drew, he's just an absolute moron. If I could express myself better in French, I would. He's like idiot. I don't know. Le noob. But yeah, and see, this is the difficulty of holding gas against a full air player. Like 2 AA is not enough. You almost need 3, and they even have line of sight. Like it's just difficult. But you can see here, things have balanced out. Like all of the 4 best players in the server are all going air, and like 2 like good player and unranked who's singularity. They're on the other team killing us, and both sides are denying. The air is so potent that gas can't even be held by anybody. So really, it's anyone's game. No air banging is going on. Not even no stacking. It's pretty chill. So what we do is, we heavy arty town. That's great. I'm going on another flanking operation. I saw that they dropped jeeps, and I didn't see that they had this many fucking AA back here, but yeah. So I lose my scout, but I got his AA in time, and killing the jeeps. But no Justin Drew, absolutely no micro is going on here. He's too busy shooting at random shit with his heavy artillery to even notice the impending doom. And yeah, it's not going to end well for him. In the meantime, we can see this Earl Grey has joined our team, so I'm going to give him a color. Now, knowing Madge, like he's probably had a couple drinks by now. He's chilling. He sees that this team already has air players, and I don't know what made him want to join our team. Maybe just he likes playing with Wally. But for whatever reason, he joins us, and he plays air as well, and calls in, a stack of heavies to join Wally and myself. And now this, I would call an air bang. And so now that we know kind of what an air bang looks like, and we'll see how this unfolds, I think it's important to note kind of the characteristics of an air bang. Like, again, it's not 2 players. You got to have at least 3 players all playing air. You can't have noobs. If you have 2 good air players and 1 newbie air player, it's not an air bang. You need 3 good players all playing air, and they can't be all doing it willy-nilly. There has to be some level of coordination where we're helping each other out and working together. And I think the final aspect of an air bang is a poor response from the other team. And so here's some coordination. I see Earl Grey's a little in trouble, so I just go and toss another Hellfire into that AA to help him out. Yeah, and let's see if we can get the air. Nope. That's sad. So yeah, so 3 players who are good working together against a less than ideal support team. That's an air bang. That's an air bang in my books. And now that you know what it is, let's consider the ethical and moral implications of air banging, because it does have an effect on the game. Like in a hometown game, usually whatever side is successfully air banging is gonna hold the gas and basically win because of that. And you can do shit like this, like Earl Grey doesn't even need to help me out here. Like, I can handle 2 AAs myself, and although poorly, I lost the chopper in that exchange. But the RP value of 1 chopper is less than 2 AAs, so it's pretty much a good trade-off. And we still continue to deny the gas. So morally, oh yeah, and this is just great. Justin Drew, this is what I'm talking about. Poor reactions to what's going on in the game. Like, Drew he's already lost 1 artillery to air. He sees Wally just literally camping in their backyard, killing shit. You must notice now that there's 3 air players, even if you're like dimly aware that you're playing Wick. And this might be an overreaction on the part of his own teammates, but I think they're just expressing their displeasure and him calling in more artillery against an airbang, which I think is fair. But he also feeds me. Like, I don't want him to get kicked because he's so bad. So yeah, now morally, like, should you do this? I think there's two philosophical perspectives on issues like this. You've got your might makes right kind of perspective, which is, we're obviously winning because of this, and it is a sight to behold, and it really fucks up the other team. So and Wick is a game that has winners and losers, so if you like winning, you should probably airbang when you have the opportunity to. On the other hand, there's the golden rule, which is like, do unto to others as you would have them do to you, or whatever. But I think a more technical and appropriate way of looking at this is the Rawlsian concept of the veil. So, like, in Wick, you don't know what your team is going to look like when you join it. So you could say that there's a veil of ignorance on what you're going to be getting into, and because of that, imagining that there is a veil of ignorance, do you really want to? You don't know if you're going to be the air banger or the air bangee, and obviously it's good to be the air banger. It's fun, feels good, but being the air bangee is not fun. It doesn't feel good, and you never know what you're gonna be. And oh yeah, oof, that's a good one. So yeah, should you go around air banging, knowing that probably the next game there's a chance that you're going to get air banged yourself? That might make some players reconsider their choices. Now again, it's a pub. They're terrible. Like, who cares? You know, that would be my perspective. And also there's like media. Just go mediums and yell at your support players until they get enough AA. Like an airbang is not an instant loss, especially in pubs. There's dumb people on both teams that you can take advantage of, like Mr. Formation over here. So to be on the receiving end of an airbang, to be the airbangee, is not the end of the world. It definitely is not fun, but it's very easy to respond in turn. And air is not immortal, and we'll see like right here, we're charging in, no scans, no nothing, and it looks beautiful, and we'll watch it in slow-mo, but we get cleaned up, and it's mainly because Mechagome and Justin Drew concentrated enough AA. Yeah, and these guys were laughing about it. Like, that was majestic, but very dumb. So yeah, it's not an unstoppable strategy. It definitely can win you a game if it's not responded to, but it's not infallible. Yeah, so yeah, just some more air banging. Notice the overextended tanks just getting wiped out over and over again. Eventually, this is some good coordination between the medium air player and the support player to keep things defended. But and here's my mistake: like, I flare in to dodge the AA, but I blow my flares and lose all my choppers to the inevitable air-to-air strike. So, and that's another way you can manage air players, like just hit them with an A to A before they get their choppers ranked up. And yeah, we'll just play them out. I think to do an airbang is not there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, you can't take it away from us guys. Like, pubs are shit enough as they are. Like, this is the only fun good players can have these days, without getting like burned alive, as in for stuck with idiot players as supporter armor. If we just want to have a few drinks and a few laughs and completely destroy another team to the point where two players are going medium air and like literally ruining their own games to ruin ours, I think we should let people keep doing that. And I think the discussions in Discord about limiting roles, I think correctly stated, like, what if you get stuck with a Justin Drew? If you only let 2 roles each, what if you get stuck with a Justin Drew support who's just utterly useless, and then you only have 1 support? Or same thing with any other role. Like, what if imagine you have 2 stupid armor players and you just have no armor for the whole game. So having limits on roles, I think, would cause more problems than they solve. And yeah, you can have some self-policing, I guess. Like, maybe 3 players like myself, Wally, and like Majestic shouldn't play air together. But like, this team did respond. Like, it wasn't a complete stomp. they responded well, and I think they managed they managed to control us a little bit by the end of it. Like if they had changed up the strategy a little sooner, it would have been a much closer game. I would say. So yeah, that's airbanging 101, if you will. Hopefully, hopefully you can use the knowledge for good, not evil, and keep games interesting and competitive when they merit it. And yeah, that's another guide from Potter. And we'll just play them out, play out the game. Yeah, best air in that one, and Justin Drew actually scored surprisingly well. Just I guess he got lucky with some tactical aids and repaired himself a lot. But man, I would never want him on my team. So yeah, that's air banging. Hopefully you guys learned something, and hopefully I'm not gonna be an air bangy because of this video. But yeah, that's just the risk we take. All right, thanks guys. Bye.